It's not one's time. Come on and grab your friends. Go to awesome, badass lands with Keyleth the dog guy, man, dude, and Charlie Foe the human. The carnage will never end. It's not one's time.
So the troll said to the gnomish flight attendant, "Those aren't my coconuts you're holding." And then he ate her.
I don't get it. I don't understand Colossus humor.
All right.
Not Colossus.
What
On my father's side.
Goliath humor.
That's racist, Keela.
Yeah.
They all look the same to you?
Oh, Goliath jokes sound the same to me.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Natural Ones, where we're giving thumbs up signs all the time.
And high fives.
And that's why.
High fives to all the guys.
But not Matt.
Oh,
Ow.
I don't know.
Yeah. He fives himself. Blake quits.
All right. So, I'm Matt.
This is Cuthbert.
And Keyleth.
And Madrash.
And Charlie Poe.
I meant to do this last time.
Sorry.
But, what do your characters look like? It's been a while.
Oh.
It's been a while, since we've, played, actual,
Nat ones.
Nat ones that wasn't Gam World. It wasn't, like a supplemental episode. It's been even longer than that since you guys actually sat down and described your characters. So, why don't you guys...
Particular order, or?
I mean, we can do counterclockwise like we usually do.
Fair enough. I am Cuthbert. Hello. Giant.
Cuthbert.
Welcome to AA.
Yeah, right. Giant man, skin of granite. I have since shed my heavy woolen armor for lighter armor. Because it is hot. I now wear kilt. True story. Canon.
Yeah, it's your character, whatever, man.
Also wield giant warhammer that is bound to soul. True facts. Episode 3.
Was it really episode 3?
Was it really so long ago?
4.
4?
4 when you actually got it.
4 when we actually got up out of the thing?
Yep.
I thought it was 3.
No,
After we killed the
3 is when we
black
start fighting the Big Mama. 4 is where we defeated. Got the
Oh
master
yes, the
weapon.
walking episode.
This would be a lot more. It would mean more if we only, if we had more than 20 episodes, half of which aren't they're just bullshit episodes that Blake and I did in 15 minutes. We should be able to remember. You guys only have 4 magic items between all of
They
you.
kind of blur together.
I listened to it though. It was
does
awesome.
There's
I learned
a
how
lot
to-
of drinking involved.
I learned how to be a DM. Hasn't happened yet. Seriously.
Yeah, after season 1, Joe is going to be doing the off season, which is 3 or 4 weeks of game.
And Blake will break that too.
Blake is uninvited.
Aww.
All right.
I broke Blake's arms.
So
Roll with
now it's time for Keyleth. I assume you're done, Joe.
Yes.
Okay.
Got that.
In my mind, Keyleth, he's a shifter, so and a druid, so he always transitions. He doesn't have a single natural form, but as a person, I sort of envision him as he looks sort of like a Native American Indian. He's dresses in the leather, natural clothes, natural looking. He doesn't have a weapon per se, but he uses a totem which is made out of natural wood and natural materials. I'm going to say natural 5 more times.
I have to say, as opposed to all the manufactured gear we've been seeing people walk around in.
And then his primary wild shape beast form is that of a giant wolf. Although I had played around with the idea of a giant rat. I thought that would be neat too.
Can't you gain more forms as you level?
Yeah, well, you get more powerful forms.
It's basically just flavor
super
text,
rat.
though. I mean, he can just be I turned into this shit. I turned into this
Yeah.
shit. And I mean, there's no way for me to be no, it says fucking wolf right here.
Matt, your nose is bleeding again.
I don't care. All right.
I'm not gonna do the voice because it hurts my throat, so I'm just gonna describe it as
Chicken shit.
myself. Shut up. Madrash is, I guess it's an average Dragonborn height, 6'6" rust-colored scales, so real dark brown. He's got dreadlock-looking things, or just thicker, more dense scales. Golden eyes, Over his left eye is the symbol of Kord, which is a fist with a sword coming out of it. His armor is dingy and gray because he doesn't, as long as it works, it doesn't need to look nice. He's got a big shield. You can picture the shield how you want. I kind of just had it like round, but Joe drew a sweet design of like with sharp edges at the end, I think.
Okay. Thank you.
Bastard sword. Actually, which one's double-edged? Just regular
They're
broadsword?
both-
They're all double-edged.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, aren't all swords?
I
double-edged?
don't believe.
Not like
I
a
think it's
falchion
scimitar.
or a
Yeah,
scimitar.
scimitar is not.
No, scimitar. Yeah, scimitar isn't.
Okay.
What's the difference between longsword and the broadsword? though?
Anything
And that's-
straight is double-edged.
I
We'll
believe,
look it up later.
I believe a broadsword's two. No, they're both dual-edged.
And I have a...
But when you say a
straight-
bastard sword, though, that's
That's like a shorter sword.
Yes.
Well, I have the sword,
Well, the grip is shorter.
all the armor, no tail, and thanks to
have Aragorn's
our horrible
sword.
DM, I mean great DM,
Oh.
I have a blood red brooch sunk into my left pectoral, digging into my skin, that allows me to...
Commune with Kord.
Yeah, basically, I am so on level with Kord, I can...
It's not what it does at all.
Joe started it! Joe started it!
It is true.
In a weird dream state.
What color is the scales?
Lets
Dark-
you travel
dark brown.
through time.
Dark brown, okay.
Like, I was
I-
like,
Like rust,
I
basically.
always wondered
Who's the
what it
god
was.
of time travel?
there is no god of time travel.
Amazing!
What does Charlie Foe look like, Andrew?
Well, Charlie Foe is a
God.
human. He's about 6 even. A bronze tan for being out in the sun, from working as a child in his parents' shop.
A bronzed god.
Wait, working outside in your parents' shop?
It was like out in the market field.
Market.
Marketplace. Words.
Fuck
hard.
you, Joe. I was waiting for it.
Like incongruous words.
It forms in my head, doesn't get it through sometimes. He's wielding. He has a hood that's partially a cape as well. Doesn't really disguise him that well. It's black. He's gonna be wearing greenish, like a greenish tunic almost, and long green pants. Even though I don't want to go Robin Hood Man in tights, it kind of works. It's not like what are the tight ones around your ankles that they used to wear back in medieval times? Pantaloons, thank you.
So, you're looking at me like my
Pantalones?
personal experience with time travel is going to come in handy.
You're a nerd.
Yeah.
I only go forward.
How do
And
you
he's
come back?
wielding.
I don't. Can only do it one day at a time.
He's wielding a flaming crossbow that the douchebag Kevice the fucking wizard tried to
Duskstrider.
explode.
I meant to hint at this last time, but I don't think you were getting it. He didn't try to explode it. He's possessing it. That's why
Boom!
you've been hearing Kevis's voice in your head.
Well, I don't know about that end character. I still think he just tried to explode it.
As we get into character, I'm possessing your bow.
You're an idiot. All right.
You just throw your crossbow on the ground. You're an idiot.
Next time Charlie Poe shoots, natural one. Nice shot, asshole.
That's what happened last time. He was like, real men use bows.
Like everyone else is getting ones, but Charlie and Matt's just like, come on, come on.
Why all the 20s?
He starts a yelling match with his crossbow and it ends up shooting him. It's like, fuck you.
All right. So, real quick plug for all the Natural One stuff. Email us at naturalones@zombie-popcorn.com. Natural Ones DM on Twitter. naturalonespodcast.blogspot.com for the Kevice blog to let you kind of fill in all the really, really big gaping holes in the story here.
Gaping.
And then Facebook.com/Natural Ones Podcast for basically up to the minute news about whatever we're doing.
Up to the minute.
Well, now remember when we
The
did
hour.
the zombie popcorn crossover where we were actually on The Talking Dead?
Nope.
Okay. No, we
That
actually
was pretty blacked out the entire day.
we actually had a comment on that about us, kind of asking why we don't do video.
We're not
recordings
pretty
of this.
people. I mean,
And
that should have been obvious.
Joe leaves a dick out the entire game.
To be fair, I
So he
used
uses
to
to
hit you
roll
from
dice.
across
They
the
just
table.
shoot up. All right.
I regret this
But
risk.
somebody made that comment about why we don't do video.
Yeah, here.
Yeah. We don't do
I've
video.
already seen Bob.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I personally, I pay for all the technology and all the stuff that we do for this, and I don't have the money to do cameras.
I pay for ink.
Yeah, Blake pays for ink.
Yes.
We occasionally pay for pizza.
Yeah, that precious pizza technology. But anything that we would do extra, like I would have to buy the cameras and stuff like that, and I A, can't afford it, and B, I don't really think that much would be added to the game, because to get a good view of what's going on, you would have to be looking at the board, which you wouldn't be able to see any of us anyways. You would just see our hands, and then B, like, it's so much more editing. Like,
maybe we should post pictures or something, because pictures would be nice, and I don't mean just like pictures of the board, but I mean like pictures of us, or maybe a couple of pictures of the show. But as far as video goes, I couldn't imagine anything more boring than watching us sit around and bullshit. But listening to it is delightful.
Yeah, I mean, and that's part of the like you can listen to a podcast and like walk around and do your shit. Like, I listen to like Dungeons and Dragons podcast all the time while I'm like cleaning. Whereas like a video, like you have to be sitting there, and like it's just plus when it's an audio format, like it makes everybody else kind of have to describe more and kind of role play a little bit more, which you lose with video.
Which is kind of the point of D&D is
role play.
Exactly.
Using your imagination to draw pictures of what we're saying.
Imagination.
I don't think video would work. I mean, even if we had the ability, or even if we had $1 million to do whatever we wanted, I don't even think that would work. I think audio is better.
Cameras.
Maybe we'll throw a couple pictures on the website or on Facebook or something.
We're still talking about doing the zombie popcorn versus natural ones thing, and I think for that, just because Jason is obsessed with video, we probably end up filming that, if solely for the fact because we're thinking about trying to make it more PvP oriented, and you need to know exactly what's going on with that and where the pieces are on the board. And like I'm actually going to be building a board for it, so that maybe in the future, but I mean that's a while away. I mean, don't look for that anytime soon.
And we'll all be wearing Bane masks on Team Nat ones.
No, maybe we should take some pictures like as we go. And put more of those up.
Just put it on Facebook and
Hello.
Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's and the Facebook feeds into the Twitter feed too. So
I forget what he used to say. I am the city's salvation.
Victory has weakened you.
Crackly, crackly. Sure, darkness.
Stupid movie that made Matt angry.
Let's not get into it. Let's go play some D&D.
No, we're talking about Batman now.
Before your blood starts boiling. Doctor said no.
I am a
Batman.
Red Lantern. That would have been the coolest part of that movie. Is if it pissed me off so bad I got a Red Lantern ring.
I'm so angry!
I would have given
Nicholson of Earth.
You have great rage in your heart. All right. I would have given DC a big old thumbs up.
I would have killed the
After
dude.
spewing blood bile everywhere.
My shoes.
Yeah, no one would have survived.
My dockers.
All right, did we not kill this guy?
No,
He's like, oh,
Cupsat
okay.
left him unconscious. So
Oh, yeah,
that
alright.
could question him later.
Okay, so
no,
Trevor.
not
So
question.
last
Snap.
fight we
I'm
got
gonna
ambushed.
start recording the I'm gonna start recording now. No,
Wait, what? No.
I'm gonna start doing the 50s guy or the 30s guy's voice
Can I
before.
help?
No,
I'm so good. I'm so much better at it than you. I mean, good at it.
no, I
This is
mean
for
like,
next character
Betterer.
voice.
Next character.
but
You mean after
the
this,
war
right?
for-
just
Yeah.
a real quick pickup is there was a minor scuffle that shouldn't have taken an hour
scuffle.
and 15 minutes. And our party now have one unconscious person and one bunch of corpses. I leave you
Inventory 1, dead person. Inventory 2, dead people.
All right, realizing real quick out of characters. Does no one else have any diplomacy here?
No, you don't even want me doing that. I'm
real-
like -1.
Realizing how I'm the only one as a warrior of a god,
Take us
I
to your
can-
camp.
I
Heal him, and then tell him that I will break his bones. And you will just heal them over
would it
and
be
over
safe to say,
again.
Cuthbert, you're not much of a planner?
Yes.
All right.
What did we say?
All right,
Would it
all
be
right.
safe to say, Cuthbert, that you're not much of a thinker?
The term brain guy is thrown around a
Well,
lot.
I'm
these
saying that
days.
because I'm saying that because I was gonna
People
See if I
think
can-
they
let's see
can
if I can-
outsmart me. Okay. Never seen man outsmart hammer. And if you get that reference, I love you all, you degenerate
1,000
fucks.
nerd points to you, sir.
All right. Seeing the fight's over, I'm not dying. Major Ash points to Cuthbad. Cuthbad, keep it on him. Foe,
Nice,
Keelan and I have to
Lord.
talk. We huddle together.
Huddle.
Basically, we're gonna try and figure out what we're. Sorry. All right. What do we need to find out? What do we want to know from these guys?
What were they doing?
Is it nighttime soon?
Like you said,
I'm
Yes,
just
that is
picturing Cuthbad
question.
going, "Is it nighttime?"
hello, unconscious person. What time is it? No, I would say that you probably, it's probably mid-afternoon.
Take us to their camp.
Well, we have to see if they are a part of a camp of some sort, what they were doing, if they're acting alone, and that was just their leader. I'm gonna go through his corpse real quick and see if I can find any of this thing. I used to have a lot of it. What was it called? Oh yeah, gold. Before I met you, assholes.
You
Never
didn't.
had any
You
money.
didn't have
Oh
gold.
God, you don't need gold.
Fuck your god.
Not cool.
Lightning strikes him.
I deflected with my arrows.
How do you think an arrow works?
Keela, what do you think? What do we need to know?
I think that they were obviously brigands, roadside bandits. I wouldn't give them too much thought. We shut them down. They attacked us and paid the price, and leave their bodies for the crows.
Not buzzards.
Buzzards.
No, not buzzards.
I lost so much blood, guys.
So much blood.
All right,
Speaking of what should be healed.
I've
Already healed.
I did it out of character. I'm gonna do it right
Chicken
after I
shit.
question this guy.
I
All
spend
right,
my a healing surge and return to maximum hit points.
Go to hell.
All right.
No.
You have a lot of them.
Foe
Get
is
chicken.
raiding a corpse, and
Oh.
Keelan is giving slightly more sage advice. Is it safe to assume we have like water packs or like something that holds water in it, like water skin?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the adventurers thing.
Right.
Is that like you get camped?
We get trail rations.
Basically, I go over to Cuthbad.
Stop and consider. The last time we ate was before Eula was destroyed.
You go ahead and have your snack. I'll talk to this last guy.
Eats the dude's head.
Walk over to some guy.
Please don't eat the guy. I splash water in the guy's face
He had it coming.
to wake him up.
Okay.
Not bring him back from unconscious.
Wakey.
First question: how many more ambushes are on this path?
From us?
From here to Crag Rock's fire.
I don't know.
What do you know? I hit him once.
Where's Harvey dead?
Sorry.
You don't go for the face.
So I punched him in the chest.
Ooh, we
all woozy.
Alright, we dangle him over the
No,
cliff.
I shake him. I really do like grab him and shake him. Like, what do you know? Where's the next ambush?
This was our entire group. I'm not gonna ambush you.
All right. I'm sorry, guy. I already forgot what we wanted to ask him. I was so excited about shaking him
Any
down.
other, if there's a camp nearby.
Ask him. All right. So ask him if they're part of a larger group. If
We
there's
assume
another
they walk
ambush,
away and
if,
discuss this again.
And if, where's
I just
Jumps
stand there.
down the cliff.
No, I'm just sitting there. What up?
I'll roll up an
Don't be an
insight.
asshole. You
to see
erase
if
the
he's
cliff.
telling the truth.
We're in void.
All right. So we saw your group here. Do you have a larger camp you're with?
No, this was it. We're just dudes.
Keyleth, what do you think?
I'd like to roll an insight check to see if he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
These dudes.
And actually, I say that under my
Matt's
breath.
just like, yeah, go ahead.
It's hard to
whisper.
whisper in the
Plus
Batman
11.
voice.
Okay.
16,
27.
27.
Despite the fact that he's seen you guys fight, he's actually kind of terrified right now.
Okay.
So,
Despite.
I am wearing a cow with pointy ears.
he right now he's pretty terrified, and he's telling the truth.
He's probably telling the truth.
And none of that
Right,
bullshit that you pulled where he's telling the truth for right now. Still so bitter about that.
She wakes up in the middle of the night just screaming.
He turned me into a dog.
Well, Charlie.
He's telling
while
the
they're
truth
doing that-
for right now.
I'm going through all the other corpses, trying to see if I can find anything. Oh, would that be a perception check?
Thievery?
Yeah.
Well, they're
Alright.
dead.
While he's looking, he hears a faint boom, boom, and me hit him in the face.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Alright, I'm +6. What is that?
20.
Oh,
Natural
shit.
20.
His pockets are so heavy, his pants are falling down.
All right. Unfortunately, these guys have like nothing on them.
Which is why they were thieves.
Yeah, you find 35 gold pieces.
What about the leader's crossbow?
Yeah,
Was that a spell
Mr.
effect or was that
Crossbow.
a magic?
That was just magic. Like he was just
Oh, yeah.
casting spells.
it was magic.
I yell out, I found nothing, guys. Sorry.
Do a bluff check.
I love it.
I have to see where bluff is.
What is it?
I got
Insight?
nothing.
All right, so we asked him. What
I think
his
they're
favorite
just a
hand-
lone group
it's-
acting
it's a-
alone.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
hold on.
fail.
Hold on.
What's that?
Maybe let
8
him go.
plus
Tell him,
Insight.
you know,
13?
reconsider your life
Insight?
That's 21. Yeah, your insight beats his bluff.
I know you're full of shit, but we love
What's all that
you.
jingling of coins?
Yeah, right. He's just like, yeah, guys, I didn't find anything. He's like Bender. He's got friggin'
All right,
coins coming out of his
since,
arms and shit.
since it looks like he's telling the truth and we've gotten all we can, I let him. I drop him to the ground. I stop shaking him.
Ask him if he knows about Cargark Spire.
What can you tell us about Crag Rock Spire?
Well, I'm not a wizard, but I mean, it's not a place like I would go. It's a wizardy place filled with wizards.
I knock him out again.
Fucking magic!
Now, real quick out of character, I completely forgot. We're going there to get another spell book to stop the tree, right?
Right.
That is our overarching plan, yes.
Can you tell us the safest route? Any way that we might not run into more of guys like you?
I mean, you could like. This is a really popular road. If you don't want to be on this, I mean, there's side roads, or you can go through the fields, or. I mean, this is.
Would you
really,
like to eat his head?
If it doesn't pick up, I growled.
There's a couple towns on the road, but I mean, there's farmhouses and stuff on the outside.
All right.
We leave.
I mean,
Get
you
going.
don't want to go in the forest at night.
Take his weapon.
Why?
It's a forest or jungle. It's okay. Let me rephrase that. It's a jungle that surrounds a desert of death made by evil, crazy wizards. At night.
You do the math.
I struck my dragon chin. All right. Get going. If I see you again, I won't be so nice.
To be fair, I did knock him out.
Did you knock him out again?
Sure.
I'll run then kick him.
As soon as you guys don't move away, you just see crows land on.
Not buzzards.
All right.
Deserved
All right,
worse.
we shook him down. We got our monies.
So 7 gold pieces each. I'm just gonna say we're gonna split that with Udendale once he gets here
Okay.
as well.
I eat your money.
Yeah, of course, Charlie Foe holds on to her.
Yeah, I'll keep that in my purse though.
I'll keep that.
Hooray!
I mean,
Alright,
like the crossbows
so-
that the guy had were nice, but I mean, like they're not like magically on fire nice.
All right, I recommended the party that we do a quick 5-minute rest step and
Eat some rations, make some tea.
no, eat rations. No time for tea. We've got to move.
There's always time for tea.
Shut up, foe.
Are you British now?
If you're trying to go into
Since
your
you're
Cockney
Cockney, I
accent,
like it.
Nah.
And we're walking and we're walking and we're walking and we're walking.
Okay, so
so we
everybody's healed up?
continue down the road.
So you guys are gonna keep going down the path, or
I'd say the path is probably gonna be the safest.
Now, is the path
area.
a path or is the path a road?
the path is it's like a trade route. I
Then
mean,
we
like
stay on the path.
okay,
we pass by
My
people.
crossbow is off while we're traveling though.
okay.
Yeah, I guess for purposes, I'm putting my I'm not gonna hold my sword shield up the whole time. So
Okay.
just
Oh,
walk in.
Here's a thought. What can Kevice tell us about Cragrock Spire?
I don't know. He's dead.
that's true.
To be fair.
You guys
Just
don't-
keep rolling a 20 until one happens. Sorry. Anyway,
Well, I did hear.
It's really sad that like you're so used to apparent hallucinations that like the voice of a dead guy reverberating in your head. You're like, whatever.
Well, Kevice sounds a lot like his dad.
It's just like I think it's just mental trauma.
We're not doing
You
that.
don't share
We're not
that with
doing
the
that.
with the rest of the party.
Do they?
Charlie
They don't hear
Foe.
that.
No,
I
it's-
am
it's-
your father.
You're actually touching the crossbow, and that's why it's able.
That's
to.
why he
Okay.
said crossbows are for
Yeah.
pussies.
All right.
All right.
Right, so we travel on further towards Crack Rock Spire.
Okay, it starts, like getting darker. I mean, like
We take the long way.
take
we
the
take-
long way home.
We take what's considered the safest way, I guess.
Okay, well, I mean,
The path.
it's pretty much this. Only you guys are taking your time, and you're like looking out for ambushes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You guys get a little bit farther, and it's starting to get dark. I mean, like around dusk time, and
Oh, this is probably too late. I just realized the cart was useless. I'm guessing.
I mean, it was pretty much just made so people would stop and look at it.
Oh, okay. Because I just had a thought. A cuff-bed drawn wagon.
Welcome to nowhere. Witness our flaming, burning wagon.
Hey,
It's like the world's biggest ball of yarn.
Got you guys to stop and look at it. If you just walked on, that fight wouldn't have happened.
That's horseshit. It would have happened down there, right next to the burning whatever.
So do we even see like any of the jungle or anything?
Oh
yet?
no! I mean, you guys are a
Still
while
nice.
away from it. I mean, but in the distance, you actually, it's getting darker, but it's at that point where it's kind of like still enough light in the sky.
We should set up camp. We have this basic. We should set up camp. We just have basic trail rations, right?
Well, it's actually funny that you mentioned camp because you see a campfire up in the distance, probably about
On the path or just off?
just off a little bit. I mean, it's a small campfire, and it looks like it's about half a mile away. I mean, like I guess a quarter of a mile, like close enough where you can see it. You can see that it's not huge because it's just flat, nothing ground.
There's nothing to hide behind.
No, it's just out in the open.
Who's
how-
going stealthy?
How about we move up like halfway to it? I will go forward, try to make a stealth check. If it's something that's wrong, I will send up a flare with my crossbow
And alert everyone to our presence.
No, to his presence.
to my presence, and I GTFO.
To be fair,
Foe is the fastest, along with Keyleth. Found out how stealthy his dog form is.
yeah, don't show up in dog form. They might be hungry.
I'm kind of stealthy. At 12.
You should be stealthy.
I'm a fucking rogue.
I have 0 to
All
stealth.
right, so out of character, we are
Stealth
on
is
this
beneath
plan.
me.
Let Charlie Foe kind of scope it out. Because Major Ash would
Yeah,
totally
definitely
love
let
that
Charlie Foe go.
because
Although apparently
Major Ash
it's
wearing
just dark
heavy,
enough they don't
lanky
see the
armor.
7-foot-tall mammoth sitting off to the side watching their campfire. What up?
Fucking hate those mammoths. All right.
Alright, so I start walking up forward.
If
Like,
anything
trying
goes
to
wrong,
use
give us a signal.
Any cover that
Not
I can.
a one!
Okay, well, we're gonna do this as a
Okay.
one-person skill challenge then.
Oh, good.
Which means they might pass because I'm not
No
involved.
pressure.
All right.
So,
God damn.
same basic rules always apply.
Yeah, go for it.
Basically, what you've got to do is you've got to get from here to there. I want you to do. let
Oh.
me see.
I was like, chin chin.
I feel used.
Here's to not
Should.
being involved.
Okay, I want you to do a stealth,
Mm-hmm.
a
Perception.
I'm gonna say athletics, and I want you to do a perception check, in that order.
So,
Don't worry, it's just like when I destroyed the bridge. It's easy.
so
I'm still not a fan of that bridge.
I'm
Rock
just saying, when I did this,
Sour
I
about
destroyed
that bridge.
stealth.
When
Sour
Charlie Foe
athletics.
does it, he sneaks up
Athletics.
on some sleepy villagers.
Okay,
Just
and
saying.
perception.
Yep. And you can't fail any of these.
Okay.
I'm not doing this in character, but I'd love to go, Charlie, don't fuck off! What was that?
Yeah, right.
I can't
they,
whisper.
they all turn around. What?
Alright, stealth.
Batman's here?
Plus 12. Let's do this shit.
15.
All right.
17.
17 is a success. Describe to me what you're doing.
So I try to do like that kind of like army man crawl, like trying to get in there, try to sneak around, like pop my head up a little bit, like
He's proud.
on one knee, looking to see how high the grass is and find the higher points of the grass to keep myself concealed.
Okay. Athletics.
Plus 3, ladies and gentlemen.
This is like my dungeoneering. You got it. It'll be your highest score.
Fuck!
Spoiler.
Oh,
Is that a natural one?
Yep.
All
You
right.
tripped.
So, Charlie Foe is, he's doing like the commando crawl, and he gets about halfway through, and like these birds just kind of like duck hunt the fuck out of the woods. Like they're just like, and yeah, there's a dog and just points and laughs.
Suck it.
Fuck you, Keelan.
Damn you, Rover.
What?
You are funny laughing.
To be fair.
Do
So
we
is
see
everyone
him,
else.
Trip?
Yeah, he basically like stands up, like, you know, and then, I mean, you're about,
We're like, what,
halfway there.
A quarter of a mile away from him? Like, we.
You guys are. I mean, like, I assume that you got a little bit closer before you started doing. So I mean, you're probably, I don't know, like,
What, from here to there?
1,500 feet away, like, kind of like off in the distance.
1,500 feet away.
Far enough where like you can see the camp, but no
Isn't
one's
that
gonna
like
be-
over a mile?
What's a mile? Isn't a mile like 2,000?
5,287 feet.
We're good.
Quarter mile is 1,600 yards.
Okay.
We're good.
So like 1,500 feet's good. Okay.
Rovis.
It's like iPhone.
Yeah.
Just
I did
counting.
some math in my head, yo.
I did
Sour.
sports. I ran track.
No shit.
You wouldn't be able to tell now.
Oh.
And that's all we know for me. Yo.
It's all
Do
that
I
thing-
hear
it's all that
anything in the
thing
wind?
Now
is,
I'm
son.
sad.
I don't know. You didn't get to roll perception.
No, with that
Uh,
one from the other wind.
Oh yeah. Like that's actually. We'll say that's what actually caused the flare up. He was like, "Don't fuck up," and you just hear the crossbow flares up, and that's what sends the ducks going crazy.
Oops.
And you just hear me yell out, "Fuck you, Kevice!"
Everybody else is like, "What?"
What's a Kevice?
I remember him.
So,
Nice
is
guy.
there any
Died
activity at
horribly.
the camp?
You
Is
see
anything happening?
someone stand up and kind of do like that, but it's only like the one person. You
You're
just
squinting
hear,
into the sun.
You just hear hello.
Hi.
Can he tell what dialect that is?
It's common.
Common. Okay.
Well, I mean, like, what's race?
Well, is
Not from that.
I walk up. Hello, travelers. May we share your campfire for the night?
Yeah, I crud.
Cuthbert! What is this? What am I talking to?
Oh,
Do you guys want to do a perception check or anything?
Oh, cord.
19 plus 6.
24.
Oh, you don't get to do one because you got a
Oh.
natural one.
Oh,
Oh, another natural
I'm
one.
so distracted by Charlie falling over.
18 plus 6 is 24.
Okay, and what'd you get?
Why,
24.
guys?
Okay, so you guys, you look and there.
You see, I see it too.
See
There
what?
is a giant orc just sitting there.
Like a full orc?
Like a full
Nice.
orc.
Not a half.
Yeah.
He's wearing like plate mail, but at the same time, like he's wearing an apron, and he's got what looks to be like a giant meat cleaver, like laid out with some bottles and stuff on top of that. So I mean, you walk into camp.
Well, considering
how
I'm
big is
7
he?
feet tall, he saw me coming. So,
he's-
yeah, go ahead. I walk
Say,
into
like,
camp.
I'm assuming Cuthbert's the closest in height and like looks and build to this guy.
He's probably you're about 7 feet tall.
Yeah, orcs are, like, heavier, though.
Yeah, he's about 6.5 feet, but he's like probably.
He's
If you
beefier.
added like an extra 6 inches on each side to Cuthbad, like that's how like
But he's tall as me and bigger.
yeah he's basically like super thick. Like he's like if you put like linebacker pads on top of linebacker pads,
Okay.
like
He doesn't have a neck.
yeah,
He has to...
He turns by
Yes.
moving his shoulders.
He has to lower his arms to see.
I like
to
this
left
guy
and right.
already. Major Ash is cautious.
Major
So I
Ash-
got a 1.
well, that just means that you don't see him until like you're like right up against him.
And do I see anyone else there, or is it just him?
It's just Crud. Crud's just it's in there. You can tell it's a small camp for one. And on the fire he's got this giant bubbling kind of thing.
On the meat cleaver?
No,
No, in the cauldron.
In
In
the
the
cauldron.
cauldron,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like a
He has a
stew of
cauldron.
sorts.
yeah, he's got a stew going.
It's like a little cauldron.
Like it looks little in comparison to him.
Naturally.
Like but it looks like it'd be something that like a regular family would make for like a dinner of like 4.
Okay.
Greetings, travelers. What can Crud do for you?
We wish to spend night at campfire. There is safety in numbers. We were already beset by brigands. Ha! This day.
Crud understand. Crud, and, like you look over and like Crud is his armor's kind of nicked up. He's like Crud run into the people too. Crud try to talk. People no talk to Crud. They're gone now, and you just see like a skull kind of bubble up in the thing and just settle back down. Excuse me. The people who got above a 20 on notice the skull.
I'm busy just examining him, watching him, not seeing the skull.
I'm looking back and forth between the two of them, like lean over to both of them, like, there's 2 of them now. We can break everything. There will be no walls.
Seriously, Charlie, that's really racist.
There will be no
My dad
walls.
was a wall.
Was he German?
A Vol.
All right, so he said, "Please sit by Crudfire. Tell Crud tale. Crud, you hungry, tiny who-man?
In and out of character.
A tiny dragon who-man?"
Oh God, yeah.
Sure, we'll have food.
Okay, so he
If it's
gets,
not too much trouble.
Please do not eat the dog.
Wait, he has a part dog all the time.
This dog not for eating.
Dog not for eating.
so Crud like goes to the stew pot that just had the skull bubble up in it and gives you guys a huge heaping helping of bandit stew. And he gets a bowl.
You mean Soylent stew?
Yeah, Soylent stew. He's like, it's good. Crud. All right.
Eat up, Charlie. Good for digestion.
I don't even notice. Well, I don't even notice it has some like take a bite.
Yeah, you both rolled natural ones. You think this is like the best looking cuts of meat you have
I can't
seen
roll another
forever.
one to smell it first.
Technically-
No, because you rolled a perception 1.
All right, if I may, I've lost so much blood, I'm starving. I've got to replenish something.
I'm just chowing down. No.
All right,
Okay.
I figure Cuthbad's got this. He seems to be on good rapport with Crud. I just start wolfing down the food. I just need something besides the rations.
It's strange to find like-minded individual this far to the south.
Just, you eat people too?
No, meat's meat.
Crud is on to quest to become Iron War Chef.
Yes. I was waiting for it.
What brings you down to Meadowlands?
We journey to Cragrock Spire, home of necromancers.
Crud goes there. Crud can help.
Crud know the way? We're just talking now.
We're just like, what the hell?
Remember that Kevice and Charlie Fell report? Gone.
You want to go safe way, or you want to go exciting and tasty way?
I look at the party.
I heard tasty. This is pretty damn good.
I look up with like
See a
full
finger.
If you think that's good, you should try Crud's meat pies. Anyone who got that reference, I love you.
Anyway, I got that reference, and I quit.
They're the tastiest in London town.
All right.
To be serious, I don't respond. I'm still like I'm just eating. I barely notice like Cuthbad noticed me. I must need my strength up if I failed that badly in that last fight.
Well, dwarven traders often travel underground when going to Cragrock to avoid the desert. However, none of us are experienced miners.
No.
Surprising! I just destroy them.
There's small town that Crud bring you to. You get sand skiff. It bring you to Cragrock.
Real quick, skiff's like a boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Crud no bring to town. Crud eat some things lying around.
Would these things be... I literally raised up my dragon figures for air quotes. Town folk?
Why you make bunnies at Crud?
Maybe just puts his bowl down.
I'm still eating like I'm just content.
I'm full. I'm good. Thank you, Crud.
You roll endurance checks for me.
Are you Andrew, and...
Yeah, Medrash and...
Because the listeners can't see pointing.
I need to see what that's at.
Endurance?
Yep. Oh god. 1. Oh god.
3.
2.
Ouch. You have a
Negative
-1 to endurance?
I don't need
You're a paladin.
constitution, I need strength and charisma. I vomit up a finger.
Both of you lose 4 healing surges.
I can
Oh
spare
God.
it.
No, I can't.
What are you at? You have at 0?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that? I saw 4. Eat a dragon dick, Charlie Foe.
That's like from us. Like, Keith, I kind of need your seed.
Well, here.
is this from us eating?
Yeah, this is from you. And you guys won't take or get a full night rest.
No. Oh, God. People food cramps.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of character, I'm going to need another beer.
Have you guys ever shit a hand before?
I think I'm about to.
Wait, no.
If it's not too much.
Beer run.
I'll do it while you guys converse, because you're...
I got it.
Okay, so,
The one
I
with
mean-
possibly the least charisma out of all of us.
well, he's a fucking ogre.
Orc.
Or,
racist.
excuse me.
It's not making us roll everything. It's fine.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, so,
Sandskiff, do you know how much cost?
Crud not go on boat. Sand boat, water boat, not crud friend.
So, would we run the boat, the skiff?
You rent. They take you. Usually, Cragrog needs supplies, supply of virgins for experiment.
Hey,
Look at
Foe!
bunnies.
Foe! You'll be great for that.
I look up virgins. How many virgins are we talking about? Put the bowl down. Look into
Foe,
me.
you're only one virgin.
I have been with more girls than people you have slain.
To be fair, he has not slain many people.
Yeah, I'm the wall, dude. Good try, though.
Bitches be all on my bow. And by my bow, I mean my junk.
And by his junk,
I
He means his dick.
realize this won't go well, so I go, fine, whatever.
Crush is classy. So,
please excuse rude friends.
so
We apologize.
He
We-
doesn't.
we rest. I bring you to town tomorrow, and yeah.
He wants to roll insight.
I will roll insight to see if Crud is telling truth. Man, not so
Natural
He
good.
believes him
One.
110%.
Guys, this dude is on the level. This guy's great, man.
Is it okay if I'm
what a
picturing your
deal.
character with like a little bit of a Fu Manchu? You stroking it like, I wonder if every time he does insight, I'm thinking, yeah, stroking the long beard.
Seems legit.
Asshole.
that's what I say. Dude, Crud seems legit.
Too legit.
Real before we go into our rest or whatever, does that mean I don't get any of my surges back, or just the -4?
You don't get. Well, you'll take the -4 to
Oh, yeah.
your surges, but you won't get your encounters back.
Oh.
Huh?
Dailies?
Dailies. Or,
Oh, I didn't use a daily.
Okay, yeah. If you use the daily, and you won't get an action point.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to. Okay.
Unless you still have. Well, basically, you know how it resets you to 1.
I didn't use one.
Okay, so you still have 1.
I
You don't
have one.
Yeah, and you don't.
I lose my healing surges.
Well, you'll lose 4 off the top of whatever.
Okay, yeah, I'm back at full health though.
Yeah, we'll say
Okay.
that.
Because
Well, you already healed beforehand, didn't you?
I was off by 5, and I don't want to overuse a healing surge.
Okay. Yeah. So next day comes, and like, you guys weren't murdered, which is a plus.
Yeah, I'm assuming we probably took, shifts watching.
I mean,
And not even the fact that we're worried about Crud. We're just worried about other bandits at this point.
I mean, like, Crud was pretty much, like, up all night, like,
Yeah.
just adding stuff to the stew, adding,
Yeah,
and, like,
he was a
singing his
modifier.
orc songs of orc, cook, meat, eat, meat, meaty,
Get rid
meat,
of the modifier.
for, like, all night, like,
Yeah.
I can actually see Cuthbert joining in as well.
Orc.
meat, meat.
I pull up a rock to cover my head as I try to sleep.
You spent the
Oh,
entire
God.
night throwing up. It was
Oh
hilarious.
God! What was in that stew?
Who was in that stew?
I totally
Totally-
did not eat the stew.
Because you
You
guys
probably
are-
ran down a bunny or something.
Yeah. I went off and chased
I'd
down
rather
a
eat this
squirrel.
uncooked meat. All right,
Chef
so
stuck with rations.
I mean, you guys,
Why raise the ration?
you're walking with Crud, and for the most part, it's pretty nondescript. I mean, for the most part, like you think that you kind of see like what looks like going to be ambushes, and then you'll see like a dude's head pop up in the distance, and like see these two hulking behemoths, and it just disappears, and you walk through the passes completely unmolested. And
Whoa!
the bad touches.
Well,
Bad touch
we let them go
cavern left
ahead.
you alone.
I stay behind. No way.
And then you guys, after a little while, you get to the town of Wudge.
Wudge?
Wudge.
W-D-U-D-G.
W-U-D-G.
Is
Like
this
wedge
the-
with a U.
Is this the town bordering the desert?
Wudge?
It's near the desert. Like, I mean, like,
It's not where we get the skiffs, is it?
it's right outside the jungle. But this is the town where you will talk to someone about renting a skiff. Yeah. And you guys are about, I would say, 1 mile, 2 miles away, when Crud kind of lifts his head and like starts like kind of like sniffing the air, and just does like a beeline. Like, you just see him, and then he kneels down and like grabs something, and brings it back to you guys, and it is a gnome. Like, just a
Just
regular-
picks up a gnome.
Well,
just
he's kind of he's basically kind of cupping it. I mean, like a gnome's about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall, and like this thing is like beat to shit. I mean, like pieces torn out of it, claw marks everywhere, missing an eye.
You
I
a
mean,
dead gnome?
yeah, he's
right.
no longer a living gnome. And
Boil that down, it'll make a nice stock.
Crud looks incredibly shifted.
That's gonna be offended. Like, no, not little friend.
Gnome friend. And Crud's like, there were 4 more. Good eat.
I see this real quick.
That's good.
I take the gnome and I drop kick it. This punted. It's like boom, yay! I feel better now. You can have him back.
Wait, how'd you?
He just
drop kick it and give it back.
I ran and
I look at him. Fo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
please excuse
gnomes.
friend has no respect for
He
dead
just gave us camp. Please try to have a
Humans.
little decorum.
humans.
Human. Human.
He good shot. Talk too much.
We apologize.
Did you
I mean,
know these gnomes?
Crud no gnomes. Gnome
Nice.
gnomes. See what Crud did there? But he's like, animal attack. And he shows it to you guys. I mean, it's like it's obvious that this thing has been torn apart.
What's the key with animal attack?
Yeah, the guy who turned it into a dog. I
Wasn't
mean,
me.
Do you got like
I guess
perception
Nature?
to see what kind of perception or nature to see what kind of animal.
Okay.
To examine the wounds.
Do. Let me see this real fast.
By the way,
Shit.
This was not a boating accident.
We're gonna need a
I
bigger
would
skiff.
say that you could use nature, or if you want to use a heal check to check, exactly like what caused the thing to die.
I'm good with both.
I can
So.
heal.
I could do nature.
Okay.
I will attempt it.
Hooray! 16.
Okay.
21 heal.
Okay.
21 heal.
16 nature.
You know from a 16 nature that like whatever did this was like big. Like
To
I mean,
be fair, I am not used to this area.
like
While I'm
and you've seen these types of attacks in the north too.
Similar to bear.
Similar to kind of like it's humanoid. Like there's like 5 different claw marks and teeth marks and stuff like that. And that what actually killed it. Like it lost a lot of blood.
if I may, I'm waving my hands over it and I'm glowing that cord blue.
Okay. What actually killed it wasn't its injuries were bad, like really bad, and it probably would have succumbed to them. But it actually died from shock from kind of like a virus entering its system really, really quickly. Like you can see like it's furrier in parts. This was a werewolf attack.
Ah.
And like from
I like the wound become a were-dragon!
between the two of you, you can tell that this was, an unsuccessful werewolf attack, or successful depending on how you look at it. Like, they didn't change because they're gnomes and their physiology wouldn't allow it, but at the same time,
Well, they were also heavily mangled.
Right.
Does Crud know this?
No, Crud doesn't know this.
I turn to Crud and I go, these are werewolf attacks.
Crud just
What do you know about werewolves?
Crud just drops the thing, kind of pushes it off the side of the road with his
Oh,
boot.
jeez. Okay, never mind. You can kick in them all you want.
Yay! I put one in my pack. It becomes my stress relief.
Cannot wait till you get to the next one. You freak.
In your inventory, one dead
I'm
gnome.
kidding on this one.
Okay, so I mean, like,
No, he jumped into the cistern. You saw it.
you know, Crud's looking around. He's like, well, we saved for a couple hours. I mean, Bernie Ball's still high. Let's get to town. Crud, go with you in town. Not worth werewolf. I apologize to little girl's family.
Surprise.
Is that a Frankenstein reference? Yay!
Crud, just hold under till bubbles stop.
Girl gave dandelion.
So you guys get to town, and like, once again, it's one of those things where like you're not like Crud isn't giving you guys the most like welcome feel, but I mean like
That's
everybody's
miles above the village.
Yeah, exactly. I mean like, well, the village itself is like no one's telling you to leave because you guys are fucking huge and armored out the ass, whereas
That's only Charlie.
They're not. Hammered up is different than armored out.
I actually had the crossbow on fire while walking through, kind of having it ready, just looking like.
You know, because that's not trying to.
Whistling the tune Disco Inferno.
Because that's not trying to piss them off.
But I mean, so you guys are in town. What do you want to do?
Charlie, lower weapon.
I lower weapon, put it away. Is there a magic shop in town?
A magic shop?
Yeah.
Are we asking Crud?
Is there?
Like,
I guess he's trying to say, is there a place
do
with arcane?
streetwise.
Sorry.
Let me see real quick. Yeah.
God, that should be up your alley.
Yep.
Tish.
Nice.
Saw what I did there.
21.
Okay, that's good enough. You guys are working with significant down because you've got Crud with you. But they're looking at. They're like, no, we're just kind of like a farming village. Like, you look down the main street, and I mean, like you're talking to someone, and they're like, we have the pub. Wizards sometimes stop there. We've got the blacksmith, and then we've got the other blacksmith.
We got general goods, a couple of farms.
I'm gonna go to the
Yeah,
pub.
I mean, stuff like that. But I
I'm
mean,
gonna
like,
be right back. If you guys want to join me, that's more merry. We could probably get. Does the pub have an inn as well? Is it one of those pubs?
Yeah.
Let's go to the pub. Let's grab some brewskis.
I guess it'd technically be an inn.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're
They're trying to expand into a family eatery, but all these adventurers that keep coming in bring the value down.
Not that's good for kids. I don't.
Well, let's go in there. I need to
To
find
be
a
fair,
mage. I asked
Charlie's
some questions
here.
about this boat, because some weird stuff has been going on to me. I'm gonna see if I can find a wizard and see if he can help me out real quick, and see where we can go from there.
Crud kind of
Hear the voice?
senses the lack of hospitality that he's getting.
Uh-huh.
And Crud's, I go stay outside town a little bit. I right outside border. Anybody need me? Werewolf come get you. You come get Crud. And you know he kind of wanders off. And
Should we perhaps tell someone there is evidence of werewolves attack right
Not
outside
yet.
their village?
Because every person we talk to, I'm going to try and do an insight check to see if they're a lycanthrope.
Okay.
We don't know.
And being
who's
a
werewolf.
Starting with whoever you talk to.
Being
don't know
a-
who's a werewolf
Wouldn't
until.
that be nature? As a shifter, you think
maybe,
you'd
but
be
my
more
but
attuned
my
to that.
I mean my nature's good too, and so is my insight. So you tell me what it would be.
Being a shifter, he should be able to recognize something along the lines of his own
But
ancestry.
insight sort of allows you to see through illusory.
Lycanthropes don't like a
Illusions?
disease unless like
Illusory
Yeah,
illusions.
I would say it's nature because
Sure.
I agree. Like you're unless they're
Unless they're really
physically
good at this.
trying to hide it. I mean, it's
Sure.
a disease.
Well,
So
I-
everybody we talk to, I'm going to try and discern if they're a lycanthrope.
Okay.
I go up to
so
the.
Keyleth will hang out with Charlie Foe. I'll kind of hang back in case. Because I know Foe means well, I guess, but didn't really have a filter. I'll be
Okay.
ready to kind of calm them down or hold them down, whichever we need.
I go
Well,
up to.
suppose we do talk to somebody and I'm like, hey, that's a werewolf.
Can
It's
I go
the
to
middle of the
blacksmith?
day.
Can I go to blacksmith and cover everything in silver?
You sure can.
Yes. Fuck you, Bob.
Only, unfortunately, you're not a robot.
No.
So it's gonna burn.
This is really
Get
painful,
my
but it's totally
fists
worth
in
it.
silver.
No.
On a serious note, I do say with the group,
You're not gonna split the party?
I would like to not split the party just in case.
Okay.
But I do a bit of due to Crud. If we see any werewolves, we'll come straight to you.
Alright.
He says,
We
okay.
go to the inn.
Okay, so you get in the inn, and it's pretty packed. I mean, it's not a huge inn, but there's a lot of people, and it looks like mostly merchants. Like people who've,
Trade
come
with
in.
Kragrok.
Right.
I go up to the barkeep and ask if he knows of any wizards that are in the pub right now.
Okay.
Any skill for that, or
Does the barkeep a lycanthrope?
Is the barkeep
Roll for
constantly
it.
washing the
He's got a
same
huge
glass?
beard.
Do you want to just roll once for the room?
I don't care.
Sure.
Here, let's do it another
I was
another
gonna
skill
ask-
challenge. We'll do
Cool. I was gonna ask, what's the room mostly made of? Like humans or elves or a mix?
Here, 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
Do a nature, do a heal, and do a religion check for me.
Religion.
Can you tell me what I'm shooting for?
Nope.
Okay. Nature. Plus 13. 15.
Yes.
That's yes.
If you listeners can hear a thud 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 thud, thud, that's my heart.
That was a 2 that Keela passed with.
Alright, heal. Plus 11.
Okay.
26.
Yeah. Alright, you do great.
Alright, and then religion. Plus 1. This one's going to be a little...
Oh.
12.
Oh, you fail.
Nuts.
You fail so hard, everyone cries for Bob.
I'm so sad.
But what you do notice is
I drown sorrows in ale.
you're looking around and you can't
Is
really
no problem.
you can't get really a bead on anybody. Like a lot of the people are kind of wearing different types of clothes. I mean, like some people are wearing hats to cover their ears, and I mean, like they're wearing like long sleeve jackets and stuff like that. And you think you're like, oh my god, like I think that's a dude, and then like you look at him and it's just a hobgoblin who's just dressed up very dapper.
Dapper hobgoblin.
But I mean, like for
Dapper
the most
goblin?
part, like you don't get any solid leads on anybody.
Sure.
What you do notice though is that there is a gnome just sitting at the bar by himself, drinking.
Quick recap: was the guy? Did we say there were a bunch of bodies near where Crud found the one gnome?
Yeah,
They were all gnomes.
yeah, they're all gnomes.
Okay.
I nudge. Who's leading this? Charlie's leading this.
Well, no, I have another.
He's looking for
I walk
a
up
wizard.
to-
You
I walk
are a
up to the
diplomacy
bar.
guy.
I nudge Keela.
Okay, well we're going in two separate directions, so we'll do it
Sorry.
as two parties. All right, so what are you doing?
Oh, God,
I
we're
asked if
splitting.
Cuthbeck could come with me real quick. I start looking for a mage. Is that could be perception or actually okay.
Why'd you bring me?
Damn it.
Because I'm busy nudging Keela.
That is a 16.
I mean, you're looking around and like you don't really see
That's-
anybody who
we're
looks like
interested.
a mage. I mean, like what
You
you're
do the
used
talking.
to as like a concept of a mage in Ayula
Uh-huh.
is dudes with like baller like
Both types.
robes and like beards and all that.
Yeah.
But like here, a lot of like the wizards who come through are like incognito. Like they're trying to get away from
Crag
who's
Rock.
ever
Or
they're
trying to get to
Crag
Crag
Yeah,
Rock.
to Crag Rock. But you don't really want to announce, be like, I'm a bad wizard and I'm just hanging out in this town. So it was a little bit difficult, and you really don't find anybody.
Okay.
You try to find Speaker of Dead.
I'm something's weird with this crossword. Have you heard Kevice?
Nope.
You haven't heard Kevice?
Man in Tower.
Man in Tower. Yeah.
He died.
Yeah, he died.
I would watch this sitcom.
Yes, but I
Two
still,
idiots and a crossbow.
but I still hear him in the wind sometimes.
It's sign of true love.
No such thing happens in Goliath country.
All right, beer time.
Well,
Truly, the South is a strange place.
while they're doing that, they go off. Madrash notices the one gnome You see who's sitting at the bar?
Yeah.
Sitting at the bar, I nudge Keela. Hey, weren't all those other bodies gnomes?
Actually, Keyleth showed you the gnome.
So you nudge me. Aren't those really all the gnomes?
Just being clear.
Jackass.
I'm trying.
But yes,
Way to
there's a
break
lone
focus.
gnome over there, and you can do the math. to
Perhaps
figure
you
out
should not mention his dead fellows.
this. You go talk. You do the talk.
All right. I walk up, trying to.
Ask him his business.
I don't do the.
Yo, what your business? Let's knock his drink over. Fuck your shit, no.
Now who's thirsty, bitch?
Well, he's a gnome.
I walk over.
He still has rights.
Yeah, they're just.
I
little
walk
people.
over. I motion for Keela to sit on the other side of him. We sit on either side
Because
of
that
him
doesn't
at
look
the
like
bar.
a sure shot to getting raped.
What the hell?
It's like, hey,
Joe's done talking. Only Cuthbad.
only cut bad.
I
Goliath country, that'd get you raped.
I sit down and
Could
I
go both ways.
Again, everyone's gonna laugh at me because I don't have any social skills. But
You have all the charisma.
No, in real life I have no social skills.
Oh yeah.
I nonchalantly mention, I couldn't help but notice there aren't many gnomes here. Are you part of a larger group?
I'm waiting on my fruit shipment.
Go on.
Yeah. Does he look like the fruit gnomes from Eula?
All gnomes look like the fruit
Racist!
gnomes.
Answer the question!
Yeah.
Where's Harvey Dent?
No, I mean he looks like a regular gnome. Like he doesn't look like the gnome like you guys, the zombie gnomes you guys found.
Does he look similar to the ones that, like, familial?
He just looks like a.
Familial?
What Bob said, relation to the ones that we found.
Well, this one has a lot more of his skin on,
True.
and all of his limbs. But I mean, like
all of his limbs.
they look like
About the
similar.
same amount of
like
blood,
they're
though.
dressed similarly, and I'm gonna guess since you're not.
I'm not from here. Are gnomes hard to come by?
We live in.
Are you referring to his people?
Hey, you're not here, Joe. All right, man.
We live in the forest, and we hang out, and we got little towns and stuff, but we don't usually come out here unless it's for trade or sometimes we go to Crag Rock and all that. But
Crag Rock's
He
fire.
sounds like a frat boy.
we also run the skiffs to get back and forth. But
This seems rather fortuitous. We need a skiff. Me and my compatriot here. And then I nod tequila.
you guys go? Are you wizards?
We know wizards.
We know of wizards.
Wizards we know of such.
Do a bluff check or something.
Oh, you should have just said yes.
Whenever anybody asks you if you're a god.
He didn't ask you if I was a god. Did you know
say
wizards?
yes. You got a good bluff though.
You got decent charisma.
You're alright.
18.
Okay, yeah, that works. So
I tell him, can I say with my we know of wizards? I'm worried that if he knows, like, we know wizards, like we were looking for wizards, he's gonna go, oh no, I don't know anything. Like he'll just try to cover it up. Is what I'm worried about. So I tell him we know of wizards.
well, we have a group rate for wizards. And are you guys like moving? Are you just visiting? Like, do you need a pickup or?
I look over to Keyleth. What?
Group rate.
No, visiting are we? What? Business or pleasure?
Yeah. Do you have anything to declare?
Yeah.
The
don't
answer
go
is
to
always
England.
no. Just tell him get us to the tower. It's none of his business.
We're I don't want to bluff again. Yeah, we're real fringe level wizards. We don't use wands, but we could use the group rate. Socially awkward. I told you this. Why are you laughing at me?
He looks at you with fear, or like not necessarily fear, but I mean like he's like, all right, well, as soon as the guys get in with the fruit, we'll work everything out. Just come find me. I'm just waiting on the shipment.
Did the dead bodies have fruit with them?
No.
Okay. I don't want them to be waiting for nothing.
They're coming from the Meadowlands, so I mean,
Okay.
Where we came from.
So, I mean, the quote unquote desert.
no, it's not the desert. You're an idiot.
Those were the guys.
So basically,
the werewolf
come find
stole
him,
whatever
what-
it was they had. They don't have it. He's not going to get it.
Fetch quest.
All right, well, actually, that's a really good place to call this a night.
cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger, talking to gnomes, real exciting shizzy. All right, discussing buying tickets on a boat.
Kill us, giving him a handy.
All right, so once again, everybody, thanks for listening. I'm not gonna do all the plug-in stuff
Thank you.
because it's a pain in the ass. For me.
Rewind if you
Yeah,
want the plugs.
if you're really interested in knowing that you can email us at
Facebook,
natural
blah,
one,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
Oh
Uh,
God, if you were trying to segue into
Tweet
it
Matt
anyway.
with your dick pics.
Yeah, please.
Ladies
so
also.
many dick pics. Preferably the women, the lady folks. But anyway, I'm Matt, signing off.
This is Cuthbert.
And Caliph.
And Maytrash.
And Charlie Poe.
All right, and we will see you guys next week.
Hello, this is Cuthbad, breaker of walls and crusher of skulls. This is End of Podcast! Natural One's podcast is a Worthless Degree Studios production and is hosted by the fine folks at Zombie Popcorn. All characters and situations are 100% fictional, and any similarities to people living or dead or undead is completely coincidental. Dungeons and Dragons and all associated works are property of Wizards of the Coast, who are actual wizards! Many thank yous for listening. If you like Natural One's podcast, please like us on the Book of Faces at facebook.com/Natural One's podcast, or mail us at naturalones@zombiepopcorn.com, or use Twittermancy to warn us of impending doom at Natural One's DM. And now for the killings of the minions!